Welcome back, people. This is another out and about vid, you might call it. I was about to go to the city today to pick up the new what's it called, Xenoblade Chronicles X, but there was such a big storm outside. At least that's what I read on the internet, and they actually closed the bridge closest to me over to the city because of the winds. So I thought, let's take a drive and down to the river, the ocean, and see if it's really that windy, which it wasn't at all. But I wanted, at the same time, I can show off where I live. It kind of a special place in Gothenburg history. This used to be one of the Gothenburg used to be it actually was the biggest shipbuilding city in the world at one point, in the late 60s maybe. And one of the shipyards, shipbuilding companies was here in Eriksberg, where I live. So here they built, ships well over 300 meters, like really big, like tank ships, oil tankers and stuff like that. But now they kind of kept some of the industry parts and buildings and integrated that with apartments, so people can actually live down here instead. So as you can see here in water, it wasn't that windy at all, and the big bridge you see over there to the mainland is closed, but I can't really understand why. Maybe it stopped, maybe it was much worse like 20 minutes ago before I started filming this, but yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. So yeah, this is Eriksberg, and we're going down the water side towards the city, you can call it. You're still in my area here. This is another kind of industry harbor that they now made into living. People now live here in apartments. It's really nice, and they have their own boats just outside the apartment. It's very, very nice. I will kill to have a boat and have that outside my apartment, but that's not gonna happen, is it? So this is actually my local pub. Was on the left side there. My local pub I like to go to. So we're driving out here as well, and having a look by the water to see what's going on. And this place was they didn't really build ships in this part. This was more like a lot of boats put off their stuff here, and the trains went up here as well, and a lot of the imports came from here back in the days. And up on that hill you see on the left side there, it's a lot of the higher bosses of the different shipyards lived up there in their nice wooden houses. And it's, as you can see, I don't really understand that they even call this a storm, but yeah, it was windy. Of course it was almost like storm winds when I was driving here, but nothing spectacular that I was hoping for. That's why I took the camera from the beginning, but I might as well show this cool historic area I live in, at least for my city, and for Sweden as well. It's a very important harbour, Gothenburg Harbour, but nowadays the industry is much further out in the harbour, closer to the ocean. So you can see up there, I'm actually gonna try to head up there, the mountain there, because I knew they were building a kind of there's a stair up here, and I knew they were building something beside the stair for people like maybe like wheelchairs and shit can get up here. So yeah, I was kind of trying to do that, but as you can see, there it's not finished, so I had to turn around here. The Gothenburg Harbour is very important, historical for the city, and it built the city up as well, economically and stuff like that. And there were many shipyards all the way down to the city, and we're gonna keep on going here. The next shipyard place is now a big university and school area. I think both universities are there. We have two universities in my city, Gothenburg University and Chalmers it's a technical tech university. But also there are high schools and what do you call that in English? Colleges as well. I think there were like 5 or 6 different colleges here that we're coming up to. But we're gonna drive over the mountain first here, and here's an old workers suburb. Some of the houses they kept and they couldn't save, but they tried to build the new ones in that kind of style. And some of the old ones they kept. So this is a very nice kind of cool little area on this mountain where these typical Gothenburg style houses, wood houses are. And on the right side here we're gonna pass actually the oldest cinema in Sweden. I think it's in Sweden, that's it we still use. It's in this house here on the right side here. I used to go there when they have Trek meetings for the Trekkies, the like Star Trek. We used to meet up there every other month and watch Star Trek for like 10 hours. So it's cool to have that close to me. This is still just walking distance from where I live. Now we're coming up on the university area that is on the left side of this mountain here, or hill. We're gonna drive through there, and then we will end up on all the other shipbuilding sites that we have in Gothenburg, or had in Gothenburg. And it's kind of a sad times in the city, because history-wise that right now the last shipbuilding site, the last company is closing down, and our last dock that you will see later on in the video it's been sold, and it's gonna leave the city. And that's been like a skyline of my city since I was born, and long before that. And it's always been there alongside with other docks, and now it's gone away. So, and it's the last thing of we have had shipbuilding here on this side of the city since middle 18th century, 19th century, like 1850s or something like that. And it's just sad to see it go. And but it's cool. It's now it's a learning place. Universities, schools, high-tech companies. On the other side there you see Ericsson has one of these main offices. It's a cool place, but yeah, it's also at the same time it's kind of sad that it's going to the grave now. Gothenburg as a shipbuilder, or ship renovating city. And it's kind of a cool house there. It's call it cog. I think that's the English word for it. I'm actually going to eat here in this area pretty soon in this video. One of my friends, she's very innovative. She opened a restaurant actually in this area where I live, well, closer to where I live. Just 2 weeks ago, I was there on the day they opened. It was fantastic, very like high class food. But she also has these gourmet korv, which means like gourmet sausage places. And she opened her third one here, so I'm gonna go there and eat. And this is a cool place here. You can see that there's a bus in there. It's actually a bus inside that building there, and that's where you get on that bus. It's full. This line is fully electric. That bus, is 100% electric bus, and so the bus line is in there, filling up the batteries, and you actually get on inside the building on the bus, and then it goes to the city, through the city up to the main university area. So it's between the two big university areas the bus goes. So this is Lindholmen Science Park, like they call it, with all the universities and schools and everything. And they're gonna build a lot of. Not that many people live just in this area at the moment. It's a lot of, the hotel here. That's actually the hotel bar in this hotel here. It's been voted the best hotel bar in the world. I think it was this year or last year. It's a fantastic bar. I've been there a couple of times. It's insanely, good fucking bar. But yeah, a bit on the expensive side. But so they're gonna build a lot of housings here as well. I think it's around like 10,000 more apartments. It's going to be built in this area up till 2021, because 2021 my city Gothenburg turns 400 years old. Yeah, no, it's not an old city at all if you compared to other Swedish cities, but we're turning 400, and up to that date there's a lot of things that the city wants finished, and to celebrate this big thing. A lot of buildings and areas, and they want it finished for the celebration, and this is one of the parts that they want finished. So they're actually building a lot of people's gonna live here as well, and it's not just gonna be an area that is kind of populated during the daytime, and evening time it's nobody here really. But as you can see, there's a lot of room between the hotel there on the right, and you, in front of that mountain you see on the behind there, it's actually they're gonna build the tallest building in Sweden. It's actually one of the tallest buildings in Europe, I think. It's gonna be almost 300 meters tall, and it's gonna be a lot of apartments in that one, and so this area is gonna live up even more. I moved to this area like 7 years ago, and it was kind of nothing here, and nowadays there's cafes, restaurants, bars, shops open up almost every day. I think it feels like there's a new thing opening up, and a lot of people is moving here, and I never thought I would move to this is actually an island. I live on an island, yes. I never thought I would live on this island. It was I had a bad slate back in the days. You didn't want to move to Hisingen Island. But now I'm really enjoy living here. It's a fantastic site. As you can see here, old shipbuilding houses. They kept them and restored them, and now you know, it's a lot of tech IT companies here, and they're gonna try to now build a lot of apartments in between all this industry housing. So that's gonna be cool. And this is actually the last. This is the last shipbuilding company was just here, and as you can see from the pictures before, the dock you saw there, the blue one, yeah, that's the one, the last dock we have, and it's going. I thought it was going like 2 weeks ago, but it's still there. So yeah, I don't know where it's going, but you know, tugboats are gonna take it away. It's sad times, and you can see all the cranes you see here, the one in front of me and the two on the right side there, and they were gonna be sold as well, but people of Gothenburg got so pissed off, and together we have collected money, and so those are actually gonna stay, because we want, you know, them to stay here to be a remembrance, and it's something we want to have in our skyline. So I think all of those 3 cranes is actually gonna stay. At least I'm hoping for that. I know that one of them is secured, you know, it's been paid, and yeah, so that's one staying. I think actually the city of Gothenburg has secured the other 2. You know, it's a legacy you want to keep. So this is another part of the harbor, and that's the last part before you take the bridge over to the city central. And all that part you saw there is another harbor that is going to be built and almost finished to 2021. At least they hope that. And the new bridge is going to be ready as well. I don't know how Gothenburg is going to be able to do all these things just in, you know, 6 years. It's going to be a trial. And on the right side here you see a Swedish television and radio house building. Like you Brits got BBC, this is our BBC, and it's called SVT, Swedish television, and yeah, it's Swedish television. It's still it's still commercial free, and it's still, you know, we pay a fee each month, and we get an awesome two awesome TV channels, but now it's more, though. It's like 5 different channels, maybe 6, and it's no commercial, and that's fantastic. So we driving back now through this alley here. The buses go in the middle, and there are the cars on the right and left side here. So as you can see now, we're coming up to on the right side here. There's a big spot with like parkings and shit. And that's where they're gonna build the almost 300 meters tall building. It's on the right side as you come up here. Let's see. Yeah, on the right side here, behind this house, and here, this parking place here. This is where the tall building is gonna be, and it's gonna be thousands of more people moving in, and that is cool. So we're driving back now to this sausage gourmet sausage place that my friend just opened, and the sausage I took was fantastic. You get mashed potatoes with it, and Ivar relish, and yeah, some other things, and it was fantastic. And I will show you just quickly what I got, and I hope you enjoyed this video and me telling you a bit about my city, because I'm kind of proud of my city. I really like. Hey, you can see it. It's not. Yeah, it's like, and it was, for that it was 79 crowns with a drink as well as, and coffee and a cookie. That's about £5 50p. that was kind of good. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and there will be a pickup video after this. I'm probably gonna do it now. So until next time, guys, bye bye.